An organization that really cares about customers also considers its employees as customers. I'm Jack Gillespie, Associate Editor of Communication Briefings and Executive Producer of NewsTrack. With me today is Donna Greenberg Group. During her 20 years in the communications field, Donna has excelled in marketing, public relations, and management. She's also an entrepreneur, operating her own public relations agency. Donna is well qualified to talk to you about the importance of customer service.
Leaders of successful organizations realize that all their people, from top management to those on the front line, are one another's customers. Think of customer service as a chain. A strong, unbroken chain between employees helps guarantee superior service to the customers who buy your products and services. But even one weak link can break the chain and harm everyone's customer service efforts. Of course, not all employees get to meet an organization's external customers, but the way employees treat one another indirectly affects those external customers. I'm Donna Greenberg Root. In this video, we'll show you how the actions of every employee, even those who have no external customers, can break the customer service chain. And you'll see how that broken chain can affect the health, even the life of your organization.
Harry, how about lunch at that new place on 5th? Let's go now. We'll beat the crowd.
Sure, Bill. Does this mean you finished that report for Laura?
No, but she can wait. I'll get it done by 2:30 tops.
Didn't she say something about needing numbers by 1?
Harry, the crowd.
All right, just let me save this file. That your phone? Might be Laura.
Yeah. I'll talk to her as soon as we get back from lunch. Now, let's go eat.
Laura, this is Troy Harrison from Blenco. Do you have those figures for me?
I've run into a slight delay. I have most of the figures. I'm still waiting for a few more.
I told you I'm meeting with my boss today at 1 to give her the bids. We have the numbers from 2 other firms here now, and we need yours.
I know. I'm sorry about this. But I'm sure I'll have them later today. Could you hold up a little while?
I'm sorry, Laura. My boss leaves for Chicago today at 2, and she wants to have this wrapped up before she leaves. Maybe we can do business some other time.
All right, Troy.
We've just seen what happens when you fail to meet a customer's needs. In the short run, you lose business and profit. In the long run, if it happens too often, it can lead to a loss of jobs or even destroy the company. But where did the problem start? It started with Bill. He failed to remember an important point. We all have customers. Even those of us who never meet an external customer have internal customers. They're the people who depend on us so they can serve our external customers. When Bill left early without finishing the report that Laura needed, he set off a chain reaction that lost a possible sale. In short, he didn't serve his customer, which in this case was Laura. Now let's take a look at another situation.
Carstairs Corporation, this is Marie. No, Mr. Carter, Mr. Bartram isn't in his office just now. Would you like to leave a message? Fine. I'll make sure he gets your message. Thank you for calling, Mr. Carter. Carstairs Corporation, this is Marie. Yes, Miss Johnson, I remember that you called yesterday. And I'm sure Mr. Bartram wants to talk to you, but he's not in his office at the moment. Would you like to leave another message? Yes, I understand. You absolutely must talk to him this morning about the shipment of bolts. I'll make sure he gets the message. Thank you for calling, Miss Johnson. Marie, here's that report. I need it by tomorrow. Is something wrong? Well, yes, Alice, there is. Some of our customers are upset. I've had 8 phone calls for Mr. Bartram in the last half hour, and I don't know where he is. He stepped away from his desk and he didn't tell me where he was going. And at least 4 of these people need to talk to him right away about deliveries.
We've just seen another example of what can happen when one person, this time the boss, fails to serve his or her internal customer. Marie, Mr. Bartram's secretary, was left in the lurch because he didn't tell her where he was going. The result? Several unhappy customers who needed to talk to him right away. When too many customers are unhappy, it harms the organization, and the harm may be irreparable. Next, let's look in on a meeting of a team made up of representatives from design, engineering, manufacturing, marketing, and sales.
Anybody seen Carla? Rita's around. I just saw her outside.
Carla won't be here. She just called. Car trouble.
Oh, great. This is the 3rd meeting she's missed this month. All because of that clunker. Why doesn't she buy a new one?
Can we wrap this thing up without her? We promised we'd have this in the CEO's hands by tomorrow.
Well, let's see. I have everything we need here from design. What about you, David?
I'm ready with the engineering input.
And I've got the sales requirements.
We worked out that manufacturing glitch yesterday, so we're ready to go.
That just leaves Carla's marketing plan. Without it, we really can't finish this up today. I guess we'll just have to put it off until tomorrow. Who wants to carry the good news to the CEO?
In today's fast-paced business world, the company that gets its products to market first will gain a competitive edge. The company that fails to respond to its customers' desires as quickly as possible may lose those customers to a more fleet-footed competitor. And it could happen because Carla, or someone like her, neglects the needs of her internal customers. Without Carla, this group is like a volleyball team without a server. The game can't start without her. Now let's look in on another person who, like Carla, hasn't grasped the importance of serving his internal customers.
Marty, I'm going to take off. Got leagues tonight.
Hey, how's that going?
Well, if we win, the title's ours. And boy, can I use that prize money.
Well, let's finish this load first, okay? I mean, Benton might throw a fit if we don't.
Oh, he's not even here. Going to the dentist. It's only 10 minutes anyway. Come on.
Well, I guess. Can't do it by myself anyway.
That can't be. When I left here yesterday, they were finishing up that load. The stuff's gotta be on there. How mad is he? Okay, let me talk to him. Len, this is Melvin Benton. I know I promised you the parts would be there this morning, and I was sure... Well, obviously we messed up here, but I can get you another load out right away, in about 4 hours. Your whole line's at a standstill. Yes, I understand. If he can get the parts to you in 2 hours, I guess I can't blame you for calling somebody else.
I hope Ben's team won the league title. It may be the only bright spot in his day when Benton gets to him. The customer is angry, and he has every right to be. What's worse, the company lost the business to someone else. Why did it happen? Ben failed to serve his internal customer, the poor guy who drove the truck and took the brunt of the customer's anger. Next, let's look at what can happen when someone who deals directly with external customers fails to communicate with her internal customer.
Helen, did you see that man that just left my department?
Yes, he looked disappointed. What did he want?
He wanted those relaxed fit slacks that we don't carry. It's got to be the 10th person in the last 3 days who's asked if we carried them.
10 people? Did you tell your buyer?
No. Why should I? It's not my job to make sure we have the stock we need. I just sell it.
Now, wait a minute, Laurie. You're not thinking. You get a commission on sales, don't you?
Yeah.
So the more you sell, the more money you'll make, won't you? I ran into the same situation with a tie we didn't carry. So I let my buyer know, and she stocked up on it. Since then, I've sold a lot of those ties and made a good commission.
Well, I guess I see what you mean. But I'm still not sure I should do the buyer's job for her.
Let's hope Lori listens to Helen. Although Helen's advice was right as far as it went, she too missed the main point. Lori not only hurt herself, she also hurt the store. Why? Because she failed to see that the buyer is her internal customer. The buyer needs the customer feedback to help the store meet customer needs. And the buyer depends on people on the front line, like Lori, to share news about what customers want. And consider this. If Lori listens to Helen, she'll not only fatten her own paycheck, she'll also help make the store more competitive. A more competitive store is a busier store, and a busier store means greater job security for Lori, Helen, and their colleagues. To make sure that you don't break the customer service chain, identify at least one of your internal customers, someone whose job you affect by what you do or produce. Discuss what you both need to do a good customer service job. Talk about what you could change to help you do even better. Organizations that practice good internal customer service enjoy many benefits. When employees treat each other as customers, they feel more involved, they're happier, and they like their jobs better, all of which means lower job turnover for the company. In fact, a study of 40 companies found that employees who were treated as customers actually had better health as a result. The study also found that viewing employees as customers who serve each other resulted in increased sales, higher profits and margins, reduced inventories and investments, and increased shareholder value. All of this means greater job security for every employee, but it won't happen unless you make sure that you're not the weak link in the internal customer service chain.